Hello friends, welcome back to KYC Engineering and Consultancy. Our today's topic is general philosophy of plot plan. Okay, so while preparation of the plot plan, we have to plan a lot of things. We have many facilities inside the plot plan like different process units, utility units, flare, storage, effluent treatment plant, administrative buildings and other facilities also. So while preparation of the plot plan, we have to fix the location of these things, and then we have to use certain guidelines, certain standard engineering practices. We'll see all these today. So please be with us until end. And this is a very important topic from piping engineering point of view. So let's see what is plot plan. If you define in simple terms what is plot plan, then we can say that the overall plot plan is basically a plan view of arrangement drawing showing process units, utility units, interconnecting pipe racks among the facilities, storage facilities, control building, internal road, maintenance buildings, administrative facilities, roads, flare, fire pond, fence boundaries, entry and exit gates, and all other facilities which are going to be built in the plant. So simply it's a plan view of the arrangements that shows what is going to come inside the plot area that is provided by the client. If we categorize the plant layout of any plant, then we can have two kinds of layout. One is plot plan and other is equipment layout. Both the terms sometimes used interchangeably, but there is a very basic difference between these two, that overall plot plan shows the arrangement of the block facilities, that is process units, utility units, tank farms, roads and all other that we see in the definition of the plot plan. So that is about the plot plan. But equipment layout shows the very detail of the equipment's arrangement that is going to come under the different units, different process units or utility units or other units which are going to be there in the plot plan. So equipment layout will show the detailed locations, the distances and all that in the equipment layout. However, plot plan will show the arrangement of the block facilities that is going to come inside a plant. So we can classify in the plant layout as overall plot plan and equipment layout. This is a sample of the plot plan. Okay, we can see here that there are different process units, different other facilities, interconnecting roads, all that is there in this plot plan. This plot plan will contain the actual north and plant north direction along with prevailing wind direction in the form of windrows. This is a Google image of one of the process plants. So here tank farms, gantries, green belt and other process units are visible. So this is just a view that how it looks from this sky. Now we'll see the general philosophy that we use while locating the different facilities that is going to come inside the plot area. Okay, so we'll see first how to locate the process units. So in general we can say that the main process unit shall be arranged in a way consistent to the movement of the feed as per the process flow, such as to minimize the hydraulic losses and also the hazardous category with respect to the surrounding facilities. So the main idea to locate the process unit that it should be as per the process flow diagram. So when we see the process flow diagram of any process unit, we will have feed coming from one side and then it is getting processed in different units and then the final product will come out. So we have to locate the different process units as per the process flow sequence, and if we follow that, then we will be using less material, we will have less hydraulic losses and we will be minimizing the hazardous category of the units. This is a sample of the process flow diagram of a refinery units. So we can see here that there are different units, okay, located, and the crude oil is coming from the left side in crude oil distillation unit, and then it is getting processed in different units, and the final product is coming out at the right side, which is refinery fuel, sulfur, LPG, butanes, and other final products. So these are different units which is highlighted in different color, different blocks, okay. So these are actually process units, okay. And while locating the process units, we have to follow the process flow sequence so that we can minimize the hydraulic losses that we discussed, and also the less material will be used and plant will be safe also. We'll use less plot area also if we follow the process flow sequence while locating the different units. Process units shall be located at higher grade to avoid flooding, and we should also locate it away from the traffic areas. Process units shall be serviced by peripheral road for easy approach for maintenance, operation, firefighting, and other requirements. This is a sample of the one area of the plot plan. So we see here this yellow colored blocks are actually process blocks, and it is surrounded from all sides by roads. After locating the process units, the next step is to locate the utility units. Utility units shall be located close to the process units, but it should be outside the ISBL battery limits. It should not be in process units actually. The examples of utility units can be water treatment plant, inert gas plant, air compression units, refrigeration units, power generation plants, okay, boilers. In this image we can see this green colored are utility blocks which are in close proximity of the yellow colored process blocks. Storage tanks. Storage tanks shall be grouped as per the process classification. We have certain classification based on the flash point of the process fluids like class A, class B, class C. So storage tanks shall be grouped as per the process classification. Storage tank area shall preferably be located on one side but not more than two sides of the process units, because it will be easy for the future expansion of either tank farm or process unit. It is preferred to have a storage tank at lower level if the grade levels are not same in the plot area. If we have different grade levels, then it's better we locate the storage tank at lower level. We must provide access to these storage tank at least from the two sides of each diked area. Here in this picture we can see that the tank has been grouped as per their process classification, and the access has been provided by the road at least from the two sides of each diked area. Effluent treatment plant. Effluent treatment plant shall be located away from the process and utility area, because lot of smell comes from the effluent treatment plant, and that is why it is better to locate the effluent treatment plant away from the process and utility area. And this shall be in the downwind direction so that the smell doesn't come to the process and utility areas. Also, it should be located in close proximity of the disposal points and at lower grade so that we can achieve the gravity flow. Cooling towers. Cooling towers shall be located away from the process units and in the downward direction. This is to avoid the corrosion, because water vapor comes out from the cooling towers, and if it goes to the plant, then rusting will start in the plant. So we locate the cooling tower in the downwind direction, and also there are chances of short circuiting by this water vapor. So to avoid these, we locate the cooling tower in the downwind direction. If more than one cooling tower is planned, we must try to orient this in perpendicular to the wind direction so that we can lessen the possibility of the recycling from one cooling tower discharge to the suction of the other tower, so that recycling can be minimized and we can achieve the higher efficiency of the cooling towers. Boiler and power generation facilities. The boiler and power generation facilities shall be located near to the process unit. If we have external power grid that is connected to the power generation facilities, then we can have our power plant facilities close to the boundary wall, or if it is not possible, then the external power transmission lines which will come to the power generation facility of the plant, this shall be taken underground up to the interconnection grid. It is preferred to have a direct access to the power generation facilities through a route which bypasses the process units. Flare shall be located upwind of the process unit, because we may have some leakages in the process units and the gas cloud can travel to the flare if we locate the flare in the downwind direction. So to avoid all these, we locate the flare in the upwind direction. Also, we have to follow the local statutory norms for the separation distance of the flare from the process units and other facilities. Fire station. Fire station shall be close to main entry gate with straight approach to the process units and other critical areas. So it shall be close to the main entry gate. Also, it shall be located in such a way that it is away from the hazardous area and upwind of the process units and hydrocarbon storage area, so that if there is any problem, any leakages in the process units or hydrocarbon storage area, the gases shall not travel to the fire station. Electrical substation. High tension substation shall be located close to the major load centers, and low tension substation shall be located at load center in such a way that to minimize the cabling between transformer and equipment. It is preferred to have transformers in open area and on the rear side of the substation, and also each transformer shall be isolated from the other by a brick wall. Control room. Control room should be located close to the process block or between the two process blocks in a non-hazardous area and upwind of the process plants and hydrocarbon storage, so that if we have some kind of problem, some kind of leakage in the process plant and storage, the gases shall not travel to the control room. Also, it shall not be located on a lower level than the surrounding plant and tank farms. It shall have alternate means of exit with door opening outside. So these are general philosophy of control room location. Rail loading or truck loading, unloading. Normally we have two gates at least in a plant, one for material entry with weighbridge and other one is for man entry. The truck loading and unloading shall be located close to the product movement gate, and it's better that we have one-way traffic for entrance and exit, okay, so that traffic can be minimized. Rail loading facility, if we have, shall be located along the periphery of the plant to minimize the road crossing and blockage during shunting. About roads. Roads shall be planned in such a way that it is all around the process units and direct enclosure for the operation, maintenance and firefighting operation. So normally we have all roads all around the process and direct enclosure. Primary roads shall be clear of hazardous area. Roads separating the process block act as a fire break and shall have facility for firefighting. We should have alternate access for each facility so that in case one side of the road is blocked, then it can be reached from the other side. Road width and turning radius at road junctions shall be designed to facilitate movement of the largest firefighting vehicles in the event of emergency. Two road approaches from the highway is preferred, one for employee and other for product movement, and both these approaches shall be there for the receipt of help in case of any emergency. However, if we have smaller installation or smaller plant, this requirement can be relaxed if not feasible. Sulfur recovery unit. Sulfur recovery unit shall be located away from the process unit, hazardous and populated area, and it's better we locate this close to the material gate, because we have lot of sulfur near the sulfur plant and sulfur is mixed in the air also near the sulfur plant. So better we locate this away from the process units. If we have air compressor, air blower or other air handling equipment like FD fans, we locate it away from the sulfur plant or sulfur handling facilities. Petroleum coke storage, this also we locate away from the process area, hazardous and populated area. Green belt requirement, we may have green belt requirement at particular location, so this is governed by the local statutory norms. This may again depend on the type of the plant or product being manufactured, toxicity of the chemicals which are being used in the plant. Workshop and warehouse. Workshop, contractor shed, storage yard, all these shall be at centralized locations serviced by peripheral roads. Workshops shall have additional space adjacent to its location for outside fabrication. Location of buildings. Normally we have two gates in a plant, one for material entry and other is for man entry. Material entry shall be with weighbridge. Administration building shall be located in a safe location and normally it is close to the main gate and away from the process unit with parking facility. Also this shall be upwind of the process unit so that if there is any kind of leakage in the process unit, the gases shall not travel to the admin building. Canteen, medical center and personal shops shall be located in safe area where concentration of labor is high. Supply of goods to these buildings shall not interfere with the other plant traffic and operation. Laboratory, if any, shall be located close to the unit which they serve, and if there is any main laboratory, it shall be located close to the admin building, but this shall be on the plant side. Also, if the residential colonies shall be located away from the plant location, and if it is close to the city, then it is good. Other requirements. All local statutory requirement must be followed. Client's specification and requirement shall be followed. Separation distance between the facilities shall be as per the local norms or client specification and requirements. We may have smoking zone as per the client's requirements, then we have to plan for a smoking zone also. We may have specific requirement for a specific type of product or chemical that we have to fulfill in the plot plan. This is a simple example of how to locate the different facilities as per the prevailing wind direction. We have access road on the right side, east side, and then we have entry gate, admin building, fire station. We have flare at the north, Then at the center we have process units and utility units like steam generation, air compression, refrigeration. We have control room, lab, control room of end of the process unit. Then we have electrical substation also located. Then at the bottom we have rail loading facilities, the tank farm at the top, and then truck loading by its side. We have cooling tower on the downwind direction and ETP also in the downwind direction. So this is just a simple block diagram as per the prevailing wind direction. Now let us see the basic steps in the development of the plot plan, the activity that we go through when we develop the plot plan. We have to study the contour map, and then we have to establish the grade levels. Then we establish the north-south and east-west grids, the plant north in relation to the actual north or geographical north. Establish the free area along the plot boundary as per the statutory norms. Then we work out for the area requirement of green belt and non-plant facilities like admin building, parking facility, medical center. We study the process flow diagram to understand the process flow. Then we arrange the process blocks in sequential order of the process flow so that material handling is minimum. We have to follow the interdistance norms between the process blocks as per the local statutory rule. The blocks shall be arranged considering prevailing wind direction so that flammable gases do not get carried to the source of ignition. This is an example of separation distance between block facilities as per OIST 118. So this was in brief about general philosophy, the standard engineering practices that we use while preparation of the plot plan. But these are not limited to only these points. One should see the client's specification, the local statutory rules at that particular location, and then after careful study of the requirements, the plot plan development can be done. If you like our video, please like, share and comment. Your like, share and comment is a motivation for us to bring a new video for you. Thank you very much.